Hey guys, this is X Advice X, and I wanted to do a little special, a very common needed advice sometimes that I've heard from people is drugs, sex, and alcohol. And let's begin with the drugs, I guess. Drugs, in my opinion, there are two sets of drugs. The ones that can and can't kill you. The ones that can't, like shrooms, pot, stuff like that, I don't really frown upon those if you do them because there has never been an overdose on marijuana or hemp as it's supposed to be called. And the thing about it is after you just smoke so much, you just get tired and you will pass out. And but like with meth, cocaine, stuff like that, there have been many overdoses on that. People have died. It's very, very dangerous stuff. You get addicted easily, and sure, if you're in the business of selling drugs, yeah, it's a gold mine. But frankly, I frown upon that because it kills people. But like, I don't. If I was around someone that did it, I really wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, whether or not I would do it with them, that would be depending on what's happened recently in my life, and that would be my own opinion on that. But I don't do drugs myself, just in case if you're wondering. Um, but like people consider another thing is people consider cigarettes drugs. In all technicality, yes, they are, but I don't really consider them. I did smoke for a while, and then I quit because I decided it was sort of just not. I mean, I didn't have any lung problems or anything, but I did notice a great amount of money loss. Yeah, so I quit smoking, and but I don't really consider cigarettes drugs, bad drugs, if that's what you're saying. Yes, it does kill people, but it doesn't kill as many people as, well, I might be wrong. It probably might have, but cigarettes, yes, more addicting, but more encouragement to stop, and but even though it's mass produced, I just really don't have that much of a problem with it. But bad drugs though, stuff that can screw you up, and it's just really bad. I hate to see someone that's on it. But yeah, those are my opinions. Marijuana, shrooms, stuff like that. I don't really have a problem with it as long as it comes from this earth and you can't die from it. I'm fine with it. If someone was wondering about it, if it's a bad thing morally. Um, on to alcohol. Alcohol is a poison, literally, and it can cause severe brain damage if you get too much of it. I had a friend who OD'd on too much alcohol and stuff like that. They drank too much and got alcohol poisoning. Um, so they had to go to the hospital, stuff like that, get their stomach pumped. And let me tell you, alcohol poisoning is not a good thing at all if you don't know what it is. You get very sick, blood toxicity levels get really high, and it's just bad. And if you don't get your stomach pumped, it can really mess you up. Um, Now, if per se you're just a weekend drinker sort of thing, and you don't really get shit faced almost all the time, sure, go ahead, no problem. Um, I'd say, in my opinion, alcohol, sure, if you in moderation, yes. But if you're having a troubled time or having a bad patch in your life, I'd encourage you to do something else, like stop drinking, maybe take up smoking for a while, then quit smoking later on. It's better to do it that way because then when you drink, you get drunk and you can end up hurting yourself pretty badly. It's better that that you smoke and you get addicted to that for a little while than you accidentally end up killing yourself. With whenever you smoke, you actually can control yourself a lot better than whenever you're drunk. personally, I'd just say quit both. But if you need to step down slowly, that's what I suggest doing. And the last but not least, sex. Sex is a very common thing. People daily, I hear about them talking about it. You can see it on movies, TV, magazines. Like a new movie is coming out, Sex and the City. It just basically advertises it. Um, Clothing, Victoria's Secret commercials, stuff like that you see. Um, it's just they even emphasize things or incent it into like even workout videos. They'll even do it in there. And like everyone talks about it. There's no denying it. A lot of people talk about it. It's a very common thing. And one thing about it is that it's very healthy. It burns calories. Uh, if you've done it, you should know. You know how fun it is and how good it feels. The point is, and for people who haven't, um, if you're underage, like below the age of 15 or 16, I really don't encourage you to do it that soon. But like maybe whenever you're above 16, somewhere around 17 or 18 and above, do it with a boyfriend, girlfriend, whichever one, and make sure that you're gonna stick with them for a while, not just like a booty call or stuff like that, or was it just ends up with bad reputations and stuff. One girl in school keeps on getting called a whore, stuff like that. It's not good reputation stuff. Um, but like, it's very healthy for you. Like I said, it burns calories. Heck, it even builds muscle. Yes, it does. Because you're moving around a lot, all that stuff. And my opinion, go for it. If you want to do it, if you're of the right age, go ahead. And there's another thing I want to bring up. It's like girlfriends that girls and guys. If your girlfriend, boyfriend, whichever one, is like booty calling you all the time, I don't encourage you to do that unless that's what you like to do. I mean, whatever you like to do, do that. But if you're being pushed in a relationship to do something like that, make sure you take your time. Um, I at one time even had done that and almost luckily I caught myself before I actually noticed I started doing it on my own. I almost pushed someone into a relation, into having sex with me, and well, I luckily caught myself before I started pressuring that person because I actually liked that person a lot and I didn't want to hurt them in any way. But anyways, you've heard my opinion upon drugs, sex, and alcohol, and to be honest with you, whatever you do is your business. If you want to think that way, go ahead. But if you want to hear opinion, here's my opinion. I'm fine with certain drugs. Only stuff that can't kill you. Alcohol. In moderation, it's okay. And sex, whenever you're of the right age that you, and with the right person, if it's early, then be with the right person. And later on in life, go ahead. Go nuts. But make sure you're careful with that. Because, you know, the whole STD thing and everything, that doesn't really go over too well. Alright, has been X Advice X, and subscribe, request advice, and comment.